What is up, everybody? Thank you so much for clicking through and checking out my project. I'm Omar Morales, and I'm here to tell you about my Kickstarter graphic novel project. It's called Crusader, Agent of the Vatican. Here you can have a look-see. Yeah, check it out, huh? Not too shabby. I've been working on it for about 5 years now. What's it about? Glad you asked. It's about a guy named Antonio de la Cruz, who is an orphan, and he's trained as a priest, and he's working out there in Europe before the Vatican comes down and says, hey, guess what? You're not a priest anymore. You're now a super commando and a holy warrior for the church. You're going to take direct orders from the Pope, and you're going to fly around the world doing missions for him. And he's just like, what? Like, that's not what I signed up for. That's kind of not what I'm all about, guys. I'd rather just go back and do my priest duties. And they revealed to him that this is a kind of a centuries-old legacy in his family that he was unaware about, because they keep all these things very secret, right? And so it's not a duty that he takes lightly, because he sees that over the centuries dating back to the Crusades, his family has always provided men to do the job of crusader, reporting directly to the Pope. And he doesn't want to be the first one in his family to kind of duck out and say, no thanks. So he does the job kind of against his will, and there's a lot of conflict there, right? Because he's conflicted in that he's a pacifist, he's a priest, he doesn't really want to be out there doing wet work and all the violence that's involved with some of the things that he has to do to get the job done. And along the way we get some great action adventure, right? We got some aliens, we got violence, we've got secret missions, we have some romance. All these things kind of come together in this massive epic story. I mean, just about the only thing that's missing are laser swords and zombies. Everything else is kind of in there. And I grew up in the 80s, right? Comic books, video games, Star Wars. And so this is kind of my expression of what I would like to see in a big kick-ass graphic novel. And so you might be asking yourself, is this guy Omar qualified to pull this off? And I can tell you I'm a trained writer. That's what I studied in college. I was a journalist. Studied journalism, worked in the news business for a few years out of college, and so now I'm kind of putting it all together, right? The poster, this was originally just a single issue, 22 pages, and I printed it off as a kind of a one-shot, just to kind of dip my toes in the water to see if people would like it. And I sold it at WonderCon from a booth and had some success there and got good feedback and entered into a couple of contests. One was hosted by Platinum Studios. I placed in the top 25. Another one was hosted by the CW TV network here locally in the Bay Area, and I took first place, won the top prize for create an original comic book hero. That really gave me the impetus and the confidence I needed to say, hey, I can expand this idea just from this one single issue into a full-blown graphic novel and really pack it out with this huge idea that I had for this epic story that really could continue on and on. It could have prequels, it could have sequels, it could have sidebar stories. I mean, the universe that I have fleshed out in my mind is kind of unlimited, right? And so I really want to get started with a legitimate graphic novel out there in the marketplace, and you can help me do that. So thank you so much for anything you can spare. No amount too small, $5, $10, whatever it is, I will gladly take it. And I thank you so much for anything you can do, true believer. I really do. Thank you.